I don't know if you even know how much you mean to people, like in a real sense, behind closed doors. That's how much it means, genuinely.
How are you? Oh, did you get me flowers?
Of course I got you flowers.
Oh, thank you so much.
First time we met.
I know, I was just saying that through COVID it's all been on the phone.
Today, due to the telemed clinics and COVID, is the first time we've met in person.
I knew ahead of my diagnosis what my diagnosis was going to be. So I had a goiter that was quite large here, and it was actually taken out for aesthetic purposes, mostly. But obviously they have to send it away and test it. And I got a phone call on a Friday asking me to come in on Monday, and I figured it could only be one thing. So it was of no surprise to me when they confirmed that it was indeed thyroid cancer. I ended up having a total thyroidectomy, followed up by radioiodine therapy, which is very strange. You go in a little iron room on your own and take a radioactive pill. And then I found out that I was actually resistant to the radioiodine therapy, and the cancer had done something unexpected and actually spread into my lymph nodes. So then I had to have a further operation to take the lymph nodes out. So strangely, I coped with all of that fairly well. It was once that was all over that I found it really hard. The toughest part of my experience, aside from the actual journey of going through the operations, for me has actually been since all the operations ended and coping with how I've been left. My whole life now is based around the medication that I'm on. As a consequence, I feel exhausted every day, a level of exhaustion that I didn't even know before. But obviously life has to carry on. I have to carry on with a normal life. I've got a 4-year-old, I've got a full-time job, and people don't expect that when you're years down the line and you are supposedly cured, that you still have these ongoing impacts every day to your life. So yeah, that's been really tough. I mean, that's where someone like Amy comes in and is there for that emotional support.
So my role in Marianne's care was to manage her thyroxine levels post her treatment, which has been a challenge because she hasn't felt sort of overly well on thyroxine, so we've made a lot of changes and tried to make her quality of life as nice as possible.
Do you remember I actually said to you, it's like, can I ask you a personal question? And I went, have you had your thyroid out? Because that's how much, like, you just relate. I don't feel like I have to go, no, really, I'm exhausted all the time. You just know, you just get it.
Yeah.
You just understand the impact. I don't know if you even know how much you mean to people, like, in a real sense, you know, because we're always laughing on the phone, but behind closed doors, that's how much it means, genuinely.
I actually feel honoured and humbled doing this job because I get to go through the hardest part of a patient's life with them and support them through it emotionally, clinically, and make sure they have the smoothest pathway possible. And I also really genuinely like celebrating with them when they get good news. There's a massive team of people working behind the scenes to try and get this patient's treatment up and going as quick as possible, and we get upset by it. You know, we're only human. We hear some, we deal with some tragic stories, and without having my colleagues to support me through that, that would make the job even harder. So I think that one of the best parts of my job is the amazing people that I work with.